So a couple of months ago, we talked about the YandereDev situation and how he was getting exposed for some pretty bad things, right? I mean, grooming, talking with minors is not exactly good allegations. They are very bad. And today we're going to be talking about YandereDev's response to everything. And if I'm being completely honest, I was not expecting this in 2024. Like, I thought he would never make a response to the allegations. But apparently, in the first day of the new year, he's doing it.
Hello, I'm YandereDev, the developer of Yandere Simulator. Last year, an extremely serious allegation was made about me that I would like to address. The accusation is that I attempted to groom an underage fan of my game. I will take accountability and admit that I did discuss inappropriate topics with a fan.
So I'm not even joking when I say this, but that's an unedited clip I just showed you from the video where he's pretty much addressing the entire situation. And he says that this man just calmly, quietly says, yeah, I had some inappropriate, talking with some minors in the first 20 seconds of the video.
Last year, a fan of my game contacted me and wanted to chat. Usually, when a fan tries to talk with me, I just tell them that I'm too busy.
Busy doing what? I know one thing, it's not developing your game, because that game has been in development since 2014. It's almost been a whole decade, and there isn't even a release for like an official version of the game. What are you so busy with that's, taking all of your time away from game developing or even releasing the game? I know this is off topic, but I'm just wondering.
But this person seemed really nice and friendly and funny, so I decided, you know what, sure, let's talk. She let me know right off the bat that she was 16, but I didn't see any problem with that. When I was 16, I had online friends that were in their 20s and 30s, so it just didn't feel weird to me.
So I feel like the first rule that people should know about when they become, popular on the internet or gain followers on the internet is just the rule of not talking to minors, because there's nothing that comes from talking to minors. Like, it's just not gonna end well. You know what I mean?
Normal, but she had a kind of adult sense of humor, and every now and then she would bring up a topic or ask a question that wasn't really appropriate. When this would happen, I wasn't entirely comfortable with it, but I rationalized to myself that it was no big deal and just kept talking with her.
So if she's bringing up inappropriate topics and questions, why do you keep talking to her? Like, you could have just ended it there and moved on, right? Because that's honestly what you could have done. You're the adult. You don't need to talk to minors at all. Truly, like, there's no reason for you to talk to her. Even if she is a fan or whatever, you could have just said thank you for being a fan and just ended it there. But you kept talking to her. You kept feeling your own demise.
In the beginning, our conversations were normal, but she had a kind of adult sense of humor, and every now and then she would bring up a topic or ask a question that wasn't really appropriate. When this would happen, I wasn't entirely comfortable with it, but I rationalized to myself that it was no big deal and just kept talking with her.
What I don't understand is why he still continued to talk to this girl, even though he said that she made him uncomfortable, and we're talking about topics and bringing up topics that were just uncomfortable to him. If he was uncomfortable, why didn't he just stop talking to her? That's what, I don't understand.
It kind of sounds like the YouTuber started coaching the girl on how to manipulate me into saying things that would make me look bad, which wasn't what the girl wanted. But you don't have to just take my word for it. The girl has written a statement about the entire situation, giving her side of the story. I've put a link to it in the description below.
So I read the entire statement the girl posted on Twitter, and it's kind of weird because she said that she made things spicy, and honestly, as soon as she made things spicy, YandereDev should have just, ended the entire conversation that he had with her and just moved on, because it's kind of weird if you're talking to minors about spicy things, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But this is 100% not helping YandereDev's case, as he's a full-grown adult, you know what I mean?
Over the past 10 years, I neglected absolutely every aspect of my well-being in favor of working on my video game project. I almost never left my house for any reason. I had no social life whatsoever, and I had no one that I could call a true friend. A lot of people warned me that they could see my mental health deteriorating and that I was exhibiting a lot of self-destructive behavior, and I just ignored all of them.
So this is kind of weird because I feel like, even if you have no social life, no, people you can talk to, you still can recognize that an adult talking to a minor, that's pretty bad, right? Like, that's not something you need other people to tell you. That's something you yourself should just know as an adult. So the rest of the video is all about what he's gonna do after this situation, and he says he's pretty much gonna keep working on his game, Yandere Simulator, push out updates and work on his YouTube channel with, updates, making videos about the game and all that, which is cool, I guess. I don't really care. But what I'm really, interested in the most part is why he didn't, address the Snapchat messages, address the other times he's been called out for behavior like this. That's what I'm kind of, wondering. Like, those other, situations where he's been called out still exist, you know what I mean? They haven't just randomly disappeared. They still exist. There's other times he's been called out for this. The Snapchat messages have not been addressed by him at all, which doesn't help him one bit because those are pretty damning, right? I think in one of them he was talking about a power dynamics while being 35 and 16. Well, the minor being 16 and him being 35. It just hasn't answered the entire situation. He answered what? One part of it, but not the entire part. I feel like this apology video is just a last gambit effort to make sure he has some sort of fan base left, because you have to realize he lost absolutely everything, right? Majority of his fans are all against him. Even the people he worked with for the game are against him. They all left. So him releasing this, to me, is just a way of trying to make sure he has some sort of support left for him and has some sort of support that's willing to fuel his game and give him money to fund the game, I suppose. And comparing YandereDev's apology video to other apology videos we've seen, it's kind of good, not because it's a good apology, but because it's not a stupid apology. I mean, Colleen Bollinger straight up made a rap song about it and didn't address anything, and EDP apologized and then a couple of months later was caught again. And at least, YandereDev admitted to it and is taking a little bit of accountability, right? I mean, he still throughout the apology says he was, used, or not used, but he was manipulated to be this way, and who knows if that's true, but he still doesn't address any of the Snapchat and other situations or other times he's been called out for this. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like and subscribe would be absolutely amazing. If you made it this far, surely you enjoy the channel and the video, so why don't you subscribe? Thank you for watching. Peace out.